Hey everyone, this is Bon again with another video of obviously new things I get. As you can see here, I picked up a arcade cabinet, the Pedestal style, and it's pretty nice. I used to have an arcade cabinet. I've actually had a couple of them, and one of the things that people always bring up to me is like, "Oh, it's cool playing on a cabinet, but man, I'd really like to use my own stick on this thing." And that's what I figured. I got the idea from a buddy of mine who has a sit-down cab, and well, more or less, I figured, you know what? What I could do is I can get one of these sit-down Japanese-style cabinets and use my own sticks, which are multi-console, and also work for PC, and just hook it up, and it should work on all the games, and it very indeed does. I've got my PC down here. Just to show you, it's on the side. I've got a couple speakers over here. This is a 4K Vizio TV. More on that in a moment. But yeah, this sit-down pedestal cabinet I got from a place called Rec Room Masters. They're pretty well reputable. It comes from Georgia, and it took about a week for them to ship it all the way out here to Oregon. But yeah, this thing's pretty nice. It's heavy too. As you can see, here's a VS stick, and there's a Mad Catz Fight Stick Pro, and you can see there's plenty of room to, you know, get your hands in there and play. Plenty of room to have two people sitting there side by side. Big gap here. I basically put my fist in there. And what's nice is that it has two doors down here. It's going to be tough to see, but there's an adjustable shelf, and man, there's no light in there, but trust me, there is an adjustable shelf. You can move your consoles around. And I don't know if you guys can pick this up because it's pretty dark in there, but I do have several consoles in there. These dogs are all magnetic. It wasn't too difficult to put together. The instructions were a little outdated, but overall it wasn't bad. I would highly recommend you have a friend to do this. Doing this with one person, I mean, I tried the first half, just the bottom half. That wasn't too bad. I mean, it gets kind of heavy because, you know, it's a hard wood. And but once you get the TV involved, yeah, that's when you really need a second person. Like I said, it has adjustable shelves, but it also has a nice storage compartment right here. As you can see here, this is acrylic. It opens up, and you know, I've got controllers and so on and so forth. I'm sorry for this video being so dark. It's just the way the room is. It's just a dark room where this TV shines. So what I figured was, well, if I'm going to be making a cabinet with a screen, I'm trying to look for a nice screen. And the max that this thing can take up, according to the website, is 42 inches. Well, thankfully, I was able to find a Vizio D-Series 40-inch 4K monitor. Well, it's a TV. And I got it for a nice price of $360. And the reason why I went with this Vizio D-Series is because it's 4K and it handles gaming like a beast. Input lag on rtings.com is as low as 13 millisecond. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, this thing's amazing. What gets me about this screen is how little motion blur there is. And it's pretty badass. I mean, I'm right now, I could throw up a couple games. I mean, I got Doom and whatnot, but just to show you, it is running in 4K, as you can see here. Now, that's one thing that people are going to be like, oh, it's 420, that's not that good. You know what? That stuff's overblown. I mean, if you need a really 444 all the time, then you just get yourself a little IPS monitor and be happy with it. But for $360, a 40-inch screen that plays games amazing, colors are great, contrast, I mean, it'll blow out any IPS panel. It's a VA panel, of course. And even at 40 inches, the pixels are so close together, you really can't, you know, you can't tell the pixel grade. I mean, I look right in front of it, and it's hard for me to see it myself. But like I said, $360. The cabinet itself was about $375, and the shipping from cross country was about $100. So it was about $479, $480, and then plus the screen $360. You know, it comes out to be like almost $800. Actually over $800. But I think it's well worth it. I mean, the speakers are Clips 2.1. You know, THX certified is a subwoofer over there. I've had this system for years. It's still pretty good. I mean, this game looks amazing in 4K. I mean, this game's jaw-dropping. It's Street Fighter V. It's an amazing game in 4K, and I mean, it just looks really good. I mean, look at that. Look at that. This is 4K, folks. Look at those graphics. Look at that. Look how black his shades are. The contrast ratio on this TV is amazing. Let me turn this down a little bit. Contrast ratio is incredible on the screen. I mean, it's not as nice as a Vizio P series, but for 360 bucks, 40-inch that looks this nice. You know, look, it ratchets up with the cabinet pretty well. You can't go wrong with this thing. I mean, input delay is really low. I mean, it's not as low as you say, you know, one of those TN panels that have like maybe 4 to 5 millisecond of lag, but 13 millisecond, hey, that's sub-frame quality in game mode. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. It does have component in, so I do have an Xbox and a PS2, and I guess I can hook up a Wii as well. I'm going to do some more testing on this screen, and I'll probably make another follow-up video just for the D-Series TV as well. But for this cabinet, I gotta say, well made, well put together. Wasn't too bad. Get a friend to, you know, help you out with the screen part, because that, you can't do that by yourself. But I mean, just sitting down, this is what I'm playing, folks. This is what I'm playing. I have my own cabinet now, you know, and it doesn't break the bank. It's not very deep, you know, it's not a very deep cabinet. It's just sitting in the room. It looks pretty nice. It's definitely a nice showpiece. You know, I can probably get some stools or something for it, but it definitely looks badass. Look at that. Wow, that screen just pops. I'm telling you, the game's in 4K. A buddy of mine came over this morning. You know, you could take these controllers away, and you just have space, and I put keyboard and mouse. I mean, I could use this for a monitor. Why pay, you know, what is this, 4K? Why pay $500-600 for a, you know, an IPS 4K when you can get one for $360? Yeah, I know people are going to be like, oh man, that 444, you know, it's overblown. 420 is fine for games and movies and for normal use. Those out there who are like, oh man, I do a lot of photo editing, I need to get accurate colors. That's where, you know, the 444 really shines. And at that aspect, you know, you probably already have an IPS monitor. But for gaming, this is the bee's knees right here. So I'll post this up. If you guys have any comments or questions, just let me know. I'll tell you, I'll put in links on what TV it is, the model number, and the Rec Room Masters website of this Pedestal cabinet, which I think it's gorgeous. I mean, it's nice plain. I like my stuff to be, you know, more of a sleek. And this definitely fits the mold, and it's really good. I'm impressed. All right, guys. Talk to you later.